Hi, all. Welcome to the Way Forward Talks with me, Amrita. Today, it's a very beautiful day. Today is the 20th of March, Happiness Day, and we are in a very happy mood. And we are here to talk with a very interesting person who has always been and up and ready to create new memories with beautiful designs and architecture. He's an architect by profession, but he has many other areas of interest and he has been growing it very well. So it's very happy to welcome Mr. Prakash Selvaraj, who's 22 plus years experienced as an architect, and he's also having his own architecture firm. So let's hear more about him from him. So welcome, sir.
Thank you, Amrita. It's a pleasure to join your show. Basically, I do have a lot of passion towards many other aspects. So professionally, I'm an architect. I completed my bachelor's from REC Trichy long back. This is 1999. Worked in Delhi for a couple of years, then shifted to Bangalore, and since 2002, I'm in Bangalore. I'm a nature lover, so by passion, I do have other priorities, and focus is more on nature-related projects. So that's one of the reason. My better half is a landscape architect as well. So we do make sure we plant a lot of trees in most of our projects, and we have collectively planted close to 21,000 trees so far in our projects, spanning South India. We currently are doing few interesting projects in North India as well. The effort is to plant close to 1 lakh trees in next 2 to 3 years. I'm also into academics. I'm visiting faculty in a couple of prestigious institutions in Bangalore. And some of my passion and hobbies are sports related. Some of them are edu-tech related. And I do have a lot of interest in the upcoming trending artificial intelligence and related subjects as well.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, really nice to hear someone being a nature lover and planting around 21,000 trees. That's a really huge number. So, really great. Kudos for you on that. And so, Genesis Architecture is your company, if I'm not wrong, right? So, that's been there since 2002, if I'm not wrong.
That's right.
Beautiful, beautiful. So it's really nice. I mean, being an architect and being in one of the beautiful cities of India, Bangalore is one of the beautiful city, and really nice. So let's go into your past and how you have grown to this level. As an architect, there are so many angles that you can see when you want to design a project. What was the angle that you learned with respect to business?
Yeah. So there are a couple of things when you're an entrepreneur running an architecture firm. There are a few responsibilities you carry around. So a couple of points I would like to touch upon. So one is the business angle. The second is how you can contribute back to the society, and not only the society, back to the specific client whom you are catering to. So we bring, as an architects, we always give some kind of a value add to each and every project. It is not only just the aesthetics. We also cover a big aspects of important aspects of functionality and the operational aspects of a project. So when we design a building, it is a product what you are delivering, which is gonna last for next 50 to 100 years, and the client is gonna live there, or he's gonna use the space for for a longer duration. So it is a living thing what you're making and creating there. So it should not be a product which lives for 5 good years and then it starts giving them trouble. So we always make sure our products are working efficiently for a longer duration. So for example, we do energy efficient buildings. We do buildings with natural products and materials which are more sustainable and eco-friendly. And for example, what we did, couple of projects in Bangalore, which though they are office and corporate office projects, we made sure the office functions very comfortably without switching on the lights during the daytime, by giving the design which supports the daylight utility. At the same time, it reduces the heat and it's more comfortable for people to work without switching on the air conditioners. So all these aspects brings down the carbon footprint, and collectively, when people do work in these lines, it brings down the carbon footprint of the entire city. So and also in turn, it gives a lot of savings, the power savings for in terms of operational cost for the building owner as well, if the client is looking forward to have energy efficient buildings. Same thing goes
Beautiful.
for the larger projects when we improve the microclimate by giving in a lot of greenery, bringing in integrating landscape in the initial stages of the project itself, and then improving the microclimate by adding a lot of indoor plants, which improves the air quality as well as the livability quality index of the people. So it all we started the interview with the happiness day. So the happiness index and the livability index always improves when we work in a wholesome way to approach any particular design, a little more with the larger aspects in these lines.
Beautiful. So it's more of a holistic way of living. I mean, you're bringing in the sustainable approachability to life. You're also bringing the responsibility, and all those things put together make a very good project, and of course, a happy project. So I think that's a very nice way of bringing in the aspect to angle to entrepreneurship. So really nice, great start, I would say. So you're also a fan of, or you have a passion for sports. So, with all these activities put together with respect to life being sports or architecture, family, your time with your business, how do you, make time for various activities?
Yeah, as many of you already agree, and many of you might be following this in your lifestyle, work and life balance is very important for anybody, be it a normal employee at a company or an entrepreneur, or for any individual. Work-life balance is very important, which I also believe. And sports is something which I have been practicing for quite a long time. So sports has its own hidden benefits. It's not just a pastime. It's not just a physical activity. It does a lot of. It comes with a lot of hidden benefits, like it keeps you physically active, it keeps you mentally active and agile, and also it gives you. It's a good start to the day, and it keeps your energy levels high throughout the day. So that is how it all started. So my journey in sports, and I also, as actively, I play golf and tennis, and I do cycling as well. So it has, on a longer run, it has benefited me, and not only in my day-to-day activities, also I can see that how it has impacted my profession and my relationship with at home and with my colleagues as well. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, very nice. So I think sports is a very key part of life, and so I have seen your posts regarding golf. So golf is one interesting sport for you. You have really enjoyed it, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah, it is true. It is true. Yeah,
Nice,
it is
nice.
something what you play with the nature. So, and it's a very relaxing sport as well. It doesn't indulge too much of physical activity, but at the same time, you need to be fit sportsman to play that. But when you play with nature, you're playing and understanding the wind pattern, the terrain of the golf course, and the technical aspects of the swing and spin and all that. So it's a very interesting sport. Yes.
Interesting, very nice. So that brings in the late nature love also in the game. So very nice. So which was your most memorable and challenging project which you have handled till now as an architect? How did you overcome the challenges you felt in terms of the designing as well as in the business aspect?
Okay, so yeah, there are a couple of projects which comes to my mind. Two projects which are very close to me. If you ask me, there is one villa project which we did at Clover, which is outskirts of Bangalore, which is in Clover Fields. The client specifically asked to improve the bird life in his
Okay.
place. So there was a large lake nearby, and he had noticed a few birds coming there. So his one of his requirement was to have those birds come visit his house. So
Okay.
we ended up planting close to 300 trees there, mix of all varieties of trees. along with the house which we designed for him. So it had an extensive landscape area. We went with a lot of fruit-bearing, flowering, seasonal as well as perennial and shade-giving trees, with a little bit of study on insects and birds and butterflies and honeybees and wasps around. So eventually, it was a good project where we also implemented grey water management, rainwater harvesting, solar system, lighting, as well as regular harvesting systems, which overall was a good project, which is currently, even now, everything is functional after 10 years. Whenever we go, we get to see a lot of birds visiting, and the trees eventually has grown now. So when we visit after 10 to 12 years, all the trees which we planted are like really big and fruit-bearing trees. Whenever we go there, we come back with, they always offer a basket of fruits what is grown in their garden. So it's a fulfilling, satisfying job, especially if you are working in with nature. And also, it's very happy and heartening to see happy clients whenever we visit them later. So that is one project. And the other project, which I mentioned, it's an office building which we have designed with eco-friendly way, where air conditioners are not installed. So as you know, in most of the corporate offices do have function with air conditioners. Here we have done the design in such a way that it functions without air conditioners. So that is also successfully functioning last 7 years, and the client is so happy that he saves almost 2 lakh rupees per year on the power bills. So it's a very happy
Wonderful.
client. So
Great. Great. So you're bringing happiness on the happiness day by saying this, and the happy clients are always there in memory. So very nice. Happy about that. So going on, very beautiful projects actually. The projects which you mentioned were very eco-friendly, and one question which I have, like, the plants and things, they change. Uh, so how does the maintenance happen? Like, you plant the trees and come back. So how is the maintenance that the clients have to take care? Is it?
Yeah, so it's not a big task. So a couple of things. One is, we always recommend native varieties of trees and plants, so that it's naturally the habitat and the vegetation, the trees and plants are adapting easily. So they do naturally well. And also, people who are having such requirements, when the moment they hire a landscape architect, they most of them, 90% of them, are very passionate about their garden. So it's all about just a little more care what needs to be given to the plants and trees. So the initial days, once they have set themselves and they're established, then it's just the regular maintenance once in a month, or once in one, or even a gardener can handle it very efficiently. So
Nice.
that way, it is not a big task. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. So going on, so with so many different engineering streams coming into play, how did you happen to choose architecture, which was a 5 year whole investment of time and energy? And it's a beautiful course, of course, but what was your inclination towards choosing architecture?
Okay, so when I joined architecture, I was not aware of the additional responsibilities it has come up with. But by passion, in my childhood days, I was good at drawings. So one of my mother was a principal in a matriculation school. So when I visit her, also one of the teachers who worked under my mother identified my drawing skills, and she recommended, and she
Okay.
suggested that there is a course of something called architecture, and that is how I got introduced to this, and then I got selected. Yeah.
Beautiful. Then it's all history. Wonderful. Nice. So, being a busy business person, so there are many things, like you're also visiting colleges. You're also an entrepreneur. You're a sports person. You're all in all parts of life. You're there. So, how is it that you journey through this, and what is the key attributes as a trainer that you have actually grown in yourself? What is the key attribute a trainer should have, according to you, as well?
Okay, when it comes to when you're talking about my training part of it, yeah. So the last 7-8 years, I'm been associated with various institutions in Bangalore, especially the architecture institutions. Apart from architecture institution, I also been visiting other design institutions like NIFT, National Institute of Fashion Design, as well. So the reason why I got interested on the academics is something related to giving back to the society and also grooming more leaders. So one of the important duty and responsibility of a leader is to groom more leaders as well. So in that aspects, I do enjoy my journey as an academician, where I get to have a chance to interact with the kids, interact with students who are coming with a lot of new ideas and new visions towards their career. So it's very heartening to work with them and guide them in the right path. It also gives me an opportunity to understand many aspects about the new trending aspects, what are coming in terms of technology from them. So it's a mutual learning. It's a give and take when you indulge yourself with students. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. So what is that one key attribute a trainer should have?
There are a lot of attributes, but if you ask me, one key attribute to a trainer is you need to be a good listener. You need to also groom yourself when you are conducting these training programs. And yeah, something which I always have a bottom line is a leader. One of the key responsibility of a leader is to groom more leaders.
As a trainer, we happen to handle different students with different interests and communication styles. So we have to deliver the content to them in the way they want to hear, and we have to capture them and keep them interested in our topic. So how do you handle this communication challenge?
Okay, so yeah, students do have a lot of innovative and creative ideas. Our role is to hear them out, make them part of the conversation, and then just give them the right guidance and the direction. So that way, you will be able to get them to the right pedestal by giving them the direction. So it is not about probably forcing your ideas to them as a teacher or as a trainer. That is very important for us to take them and take it forward in the same direction where they are heading towards. So just a little guidance here and there, wherever it's required, is more than enough for them to proceed further.
Beautiful. Okay. So great. That's a nice answer, sir. So you have received multiple awards in architecture and training. Which was your most memorable award and why?
Okay. Yeah, a few of them are very close to my heart. Yeah, but I would never forget the first award which we received. So along with my spouse, yeah, so we received an award for one of our industrial project which we did, where we brought in a lot of change for that particular project. That is an industrial campus which we did at Jigani. Many industrial campuses were very boring places where the staff never got to experience the greenery, and they had a very regular and basic facilities and very basic lunch space and all that. But this particular project, we brought in a lot of greenery into the industrial campus. We made a big change, and we also planted a lot of trees and flowering trees and many good active outdoor spaces. So the staff eventually started coming out more often during their breaks, and they regenerated and they go back to the work after their lunch break with a lot more energy. So eventually the productivity of the industry also improved. So when the manager, when the director visited after a couple of years, they appreciated that it has brought in a lot of change to the work culture and the ambience of the staff. So the staffs are more happier and they do enjoy the facility. So that was a big feedback which we enjoyed coming from the management. So
That's
that
nice.
particular award, which in fact the client offered as a award and a memento for us, which is very close to our hearts.
Of course, always the client's feedback gives us a lot more boost into doing better. And I think along with your spouse, getting the award is very more special, I think. So that's very nice. So great, great, sir. Great to hear about the building that you have designed and the benefit it has given. Nice. So what are the three key skills? Now, coming back to entrepreneurship, what are the three key skills that an entrepreneur, according to you, should have? And with the current situation of, technology booming, and there's a lot of change in the whole aspect of entrepreneurship. Many people are becoming entrepreneurs now. So, what are the three key skills that a person should have as an entrepreneur?
As an entrepreneur, you need to wear different hats. One is obviously the business hat, what you have to have. So three skills, if you ask me. One is the client-centric solutions. You need to understand the client's requirements correctly and precisely. You need to give them the appropriate solution so that you make the contract successful and cater to their needs. Second is to the business aspect, how you run the show, how you run your office, and how you efficiently you manage the projects. And the third key skill, and the most important, is also how happy you are keeping your staff at your company. So the moment you are keeping your staff happy and catering to their needs and understanding and listening to their viewpoints, the productivity at your company is always good. So when you are highly productive, your projects are on schedule, you complete the projects are also on time. And at the first point, as I said, catering to the specific needs of the client and keeping them happy in their happy zone makes you a successful entrepreneur. So all the three aspects are highly important.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So that's a very nice wrap of the entrepreneurship part. Now coming on to the whole finishing the beautiful interview with your idea for the future entrepreneurs, the sports persons, the trainers, the architects, all the directions that you have spread your wings. For all those people, what will be your finishing words?
Okay, so so we didn't touch upon the travel aspect of it. So
Oh, please.
My finishing point would be something related to work-life balance and travel. So as we already touched upon the work-life balance, sports always brings in a lot of value to yourself, as well as your productivity, your profession, as well as your relationship at your family. So always indulging ourselves into any kind of a sport. It can be any form, or any form of yoga or aerobics or anything. Even dance is a part of is an extension of sports. So any physical activity is always a good value add to have as part of your lifestyle. And second thing is travel. So when you have allocated yourself to have a couple of travels, it can be any kind of a travel. It can be a small outing, a day event with your family, or it can be a extensive travel with your friends and extended staff. So travel always bring in a lot of learning. So when you meet new people, new culture, experience new cuisine and new places, it brings in a lot of hidden benefits as well. So it also expands it widens your horizons much further. So these are something which everyone, it helps everyone, in fact, because I can say very confidently, because it has helped me.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I think that's a very nice, being in all these areas, you're still able to focus and you're doing really well in business and life and everywhere. So you're a very big inspiration for many. So thank you so much for spending your time today for the interview. And it was a very happy interview on the Happiness Day. Thank you so much, sir. And looking forward to discussing more with you with respect to sports and various other walks of life, which we can detail on help many more people. So we will surely be in connect and we will surely have you more on the way forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amrita, for the opportunity. If this experience, what we shared and what we spoke about, is going to inspire more people, and if it's going to benefit them, I would be really happy. Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.